Good morning. It's Thursday, December 15th. And today I want to talk about a major problem in the United States. And it seems like every problem that we talk about is a major problem. This one may be more major than others. This is the problem that we have with immigration. Now, up to now, in immigration, we could reject people at the border under Title 42. Now, what exactly is Title 42? Title 42 is a public service act, law, whatever you want to call it. And it basically states that if you have some form of communicable disease, then we can send you back to where you came from, and in many cases we were just sending these people to Mexico. And it was under Donald Trump that we invoked Title 42 at the borders in huge amounts, so to speak. But it's still in effect, and President Biden has said that on December 21st he is going to rescind Title 42, turn off the use of Title 42 at the border. Now that will only increase the problems that we have with our immigration system right now. And let's not kid ourselves, we're working very hard to create an immigration system that makes sense. But the volumes are just out of control. There are so many people in the world, especially in south of us in Central America, that need the help and that are desperate, and they're coming to the border seeking asylum. And the rules for asylum are very tricky. So they were using Title 42 to ease the pressure, send people away for a while, whatever. And I have no answer for what we're going to do. I have no answer how to straighten out who gets asylum and who doesn't get asylum. This is a terrible, terrible situation. People need our help, but we are being overloaded with people. And that doesn't mean that we can't accept them. We just can't handle the influx with no cogent system, and I don't know that there could ever be a cogent system. If there are so many people that want to come to the United States, and with good reason, because if you look around the world, the United States is a great place to be, even though we are in terrible turmoil internally right now. It's still a great place. And so we have so many people coming here. But we have no system that is really workable. And we've got people in Homeland Security and people in the immigration offices and everything trying to figure out what makes sense. The head of Homeland Security, Alexandra Mayorkas, said, no matter what we seem to do, our outdated immigration system is under a terrible strain. And that's true at the federal level, the state level, the local level, every level, community partner level, every level is running under a great strain. Right now, thousands of migrants are crossing the border daily, and those numbers are expected to go way up, especially when we relieve ourselves of Title 42. So we need to come up with something different, something outlandish maybe. Maybe we have to go back to something that we did when our grandparents were coming to this country, where they couldn't come into this country unless they had a sponsor. Maybe what we really need to do is go out to the community, to the entire country, find people, find organizations that are willing to sponsor immigrants, migrants, asylum seekers, whatever you want to talk about, so that they can't come into this country unattended and then end up on a bus from Texas to New York, or on a bus from Texas to California, or from Florida to someplace. We, as a universe, as a sacred place for people to come and earn a decent living and live a decent life, have to come up with some system that will relieve the pressure of our immigration status right now. What if we shut the border down for a year? We're not letting anybody in for a whole year until we get this thing organized. organized, until we set up communities, sponsorships, whatever is needed to handle this mess. Can we do that? I don't know. We've dug ourselves a trench that we can't get out of. We have allowed this system over the years to just run rampant and get out of control. Maybe we need to take everybody that's involved with immigration and have them at the border every single day. And this is the southern border we're talking about. And have them out there every single day guarding it so that nobody can slip through. Are we prepared to do that? No. But we're going to shut down Title 42, which in itself was wrong, but at least it was a little bit of relief. There was a little bit of excuse that we could use that we could send asylum people packing. Maybe we're not going to give anybody asylum. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we should just come up there and say, look, we're not letting anybody in. If you don't have a job, if you don't have somebody waiting for you, you can't get into this country. What if we did that? What if we let the world know we're shutting the doors? Would that work? Or are we so vain that we can't admit that we have failed in this monumental task? Are we so vain that we can't admit that we need to fix the system? We need to take a year off or 2 years or 3 years off to fix the system? Is it doing anybody any good to let this system run cockeyed through the whole time? I don't think so. We're not going to stop these people coming to the border as long as some of them get in. And it's a terrible situation. And why can't we work with the governments that are shipping these people here or that are allowing those people to get here? Why can't we do something with those governments? Why don't those governments have stations where these people can sit and wait thousands of miles from our border to get in? That would be a partial solution. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on immigration, and we are spending an awful lot of time without coming up with any decent answers. And I'm frustrated because I don't have any answers except maybe to go back to what we did in the 1890s and 1900s, early 1900s. You need a sponsor to get into the country, and that's it. And that's the way it should be. So I leave you with that. A mess at the border, Title 42 disappearing, and the situation in my mind only going to get worse. Have a great day. Bye.